Okay, on our way to Studio City Farmers Market. I'm going to call Lena, make sure she's ready. Hey doll, so I'm leaving my house now. I'll be there in about 7 minutes. Yeah, it may, I don't know, it looks like it's kind of overcast now, but yeah, alright, we'll see you in a couple minutes. Bye. Oh good, get my cigs. So, when I was watching this documentary the other night on PBS about the stupid Robert Mugabe trying to take white-owned farms away from farmers and repatriate them to his cronies. Very, very powerful documentary, by the way. Recommend anybody who's interested in anything, watch it. There was a scene in the film where this one interloper, a guy who, oh, that's nice. Somebody sprayed? No, somebody just wrote clover. At one point, one of Mugabe's cronies has apparently repeatedly come to the farm to force the farmer out. And very strange, almost like a pack of hyenas, like several guys with him, and those guys kind of linger around out in the bushes and stuff, and very weird kind of vibe. And so I guess you'd have to be African to understand it. It's not the way it would happen if in America, if someone was trying to do it. All five guys would stand right there and be in your face. So the white farmer has his flip camera, and then the black guy, who the white farmer makes a comment about how every time he sees him, he's in a brand new SUV, also has his flip camera, and they're both sitting there with their flip cameras sort of trying to document the other's indiscretion and misstep. And I realized from watching that I've been very shy about using the camera as a weapon. The only plan to do that so far is with the DWP when they come to turn off the water and power if I'm there. But I haven't I don't like to be photographed myself very much, especially if someone doesn't ask permission, so I don't really like to use the camera in that kind of way. But it occurs to me that the next time this health department woman comes up, I am going to videotape her entire episode, partly because I feel, in a way, like I don't know if the woman knows how she's coming off. And how aggressive she is. And it'll be interesting to see in this next go-around, because they inspect us basically twice a year. It'll be interesting to see what her demeanor is when a camera is on her, and if she maintains that absolute harshness. It'll be fascinating to see, but I am going to start using the camera as a weapon more. I think that well, as a defensive position. I think it holds, can generate a lot of power, and sometimes you need that, you know. And God knows I need anything I can get. You know, I mean, part of what maybe what will happen in this documentary is to show the inner workings of the farmers markets, because they're kind of amazing. I never realized like how political they were, and how I don't know, it's weird. You're going to buy all these fresh organic veggies, you know, and you got your shiny smile because you're healthy, because you eat organic veggies, and and so it's going to be like it's going to be a positive experience. There's a lot of shit that goes on in the context of the farmers markets, and there's a lot of politics, and there's a lot of backbiting, and there's a lot of competitiveness, and there's a lot of pettiness, and I'll start to explore that more and show you how tough this is, and how also some of these people just work their asses off. I mean, the people like me who are seller owners really work hard, and are really underappreciated, and we have to listen to all this crap from people about, you know, this, that, and the other, about the stuff that it is that we grow, and none of these people realize how hard it is to do. And everyone has a perception, because of the way that the farmers market the markets have been reported, is that they're kind of some kind of cash cow for the farmers. And the farmers I know, as an example, that come down from the Fresno area, they can't afford, you know, to stay in a hotel. They're coming down for the weekend most of the time, and all of them like sleep in their cars and shit, because the profit margin just completely disappears once you do things like hotels or restaurants or anything else. It's like us, you know. I can't afford to buy food at the farmers market, even veggies, but let alone prepared food. Way too expensive. And just don't think people understand. There are some people doing quite well, but they're not small farmers like me. They're much more mega farms. I'm thinking of like Tutti Frutti is 91 acres, and then there's this one that's based up in San Francisco that's got growing areas all over the state, basically. Those guys make money. From what I can see, a lot of the other people at the farmers markets, there's a great deal of delusion. There's a great deal of delusional thinking, let's put it that way, about whether this is profitable or not, from a true business standpoint. I haven't done my bottom lines yet. I kind of do this vague, general calculations about with my market fees plus employees plus preparing things plus my I have to pay for my certified kitchen. After all of that is extracted out of the minuscule money that we make, and this doesn't include my water bills, my labor in actually growing the veggies, and fertilizer, and string, and posts, and manure. You know, if I start to factor all that shit, signage, labels, containers, restaurant equipment, just burned out the blender the other day. I had to run out and replace it instantaneously because I was in the midst of making stuff. I start to add all that in, you know, maybe my $3.50 an hour just went down to $2.50 an hour. So yeah, we're all making a gazillion dollars. And I'm gonna start walking around the farmers markets and seeing if there's a way for me to give a level of insight into to the real inner workings of a farmer's market. Anyway, that's that. So, camera as weapon. Ciao.